My girl, don't lie to me. Tell me, where did you sleep last night? In the pines, where the sun don't ever shine. I was shivered the whole night through. Where did you sleep last night? We are looking at the Nirvana Unplugged version. First things first, the band are tuned down by half a step, which is very easy to do, but to play along to that unplugged version, you'll need to tune your guitar down half a step, and if you don't know how to do that yet, you can check it out in this video just here. But you do not have to tune down if you're just learning this song, and I'm going to keep my guitar in standard tuning so you can play along to me, learn the song, and then only have to tune down if you just want to play along to the unplugged version. The chords that we have in this song, we have just 4 chords. E major, which is the easiest chord, or what I would call the easiest chord to play on guitar, the first chord that I would teach most beginners. We then have an A major chord, which I would teach to beginners in this fashion, but we also have this way of playing it, and also the one finger A chord is very popular, and you have those 3 main options. And just to cover them all, you could even do these, play the A chord with fingers 2, 3 and 4, just to kind of confuse things, I guess. But the most common way of playing it is like this. Remember, we have that one finger option, but we're always hitting the 2nd fret, strings 2, 3 and 4. We then have a standard G major chord. Many people prefer to play this with the 3rd and little finger down. Entirely up to you, but I would encourage this way of playing the G. And then finally, we have the troublesome chord, the B chord, which I would play like this. It can also be played like this, so with the 3rd finger, or indeed the little finger, hitting again strings 2, 3 and 4 in this kind of fashion. Whichever way you play, you want those fingers to be right up against the metal part of the fret like here, and not at this side of the fret. Some of you may be more familiar with the B7 chord and may prefer that, and that will work totally fine if you're just doing your version and you're new to guitar. Use that B7 version if you're not comfortable with the bar chords yet. The substitution for the bar chord, the easier option, is definitely that B7 chord. More information about those chords is in the description. Strumming wise, every chord is to a count of 3 rather than the standard 4 beats to a bar that you may be used to. It's actually 3 in this one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And to cover the full sequence with that strumming pattern, just to kind of get a grip to this, to get a handle on what's happening, we would have E, 2, 3, E, 2, 3, A, G, B, B, E, E. And we would call that count 3/4 time. Though there's an argument to be said, I would probably say this is more in 6/8. We're not going to worry about that, just that 3 pulses per, or 3 strums per chord as it's written is the best way of doing this song. And once you can get your head around that, then we want to be adding this slightly cooler strumming pattern, which is done by Kurt most of the way through the live version, and that is down, up, down, up, down. So down, up, down, up, per that count of 3. 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, and 1, 2, up, down, up, down, up, down. Crucially, we need to keep our hand moving, and we need this false down strum where we don't actually catch the strings on beat 2. So 1, 2, we still do a down movement, but we're not hitting the strings. 1, 2, up, down, up. 1, 2, up, down, up. Okay? And then keep your hand moving and keep that same thing going. So if we just did this together and stayed on the E chord, just staying on the E chord, that strumming pattern is 1, 2, up, down, 1, 2, up, down, 1, 2, up, down. Stay loose, but keep the movement small and controlled. Do that along to me, I'll count you in. 1, 2, up, down, up, down. Up, down. 2, down. And then if we go for the chord sequence, it's a quicker chord change, but just to demo it, 1, 2, up, down, up, 1, 2, up, down, up, A, up, down, up, G, up, down, up, B. And as well as just seeing what was happening there, the biggest reason I demoed that just then is to tell you that you need to lift off on that last up strum. Otherwise, it's going to be incredibly difficult, especially for beginners, but this is even what the pros do. We lift off on that last up strum. 1, 2, up, down, up, 1, 2, up, down, lift. And then you should be able to do it. With some practice, you may need to pause this video. You may need to check out a little bit of help with those chords, which is on the website, andyguitar.co.uk. But that should really, really help. And subscribe and leave a comment down below if that has helped you, any of those particular tips. But we're going to go for the full version of this now. I'm just going to strum and sing through the first 2 or 3 verses so that we can play it together a little bit slower, get a handle on this song, and then I want you to do the same in your own time, and even better, play along to the Nirvana version and strum along to Kurt Cobain. From the E chord first of all, and we'll do 2 rounds of the chord sequence first, just to get a handle on it, then I'll start singing. You just do the same thing all the way through. Choose the way that you prefer to play those chords, and you'll be absolutely fine. Let's go for this from the E chord. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and up, down, up, down, up, down, up, A. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. One more time, a little slower. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, A, G. If you're really struggling, just 1 strum per chord is fine if you want to just work on your chord changes a little bit more. But if you miss out a strum or anything, or add more in, it's all totally cool. Here we go. My girl, don't lie to me. Tell me, where did you sleep last night? In the pines, in the pines, in the pines, in the pines, where the sun don't ever shine. I would shiver the whole night through. My girl, where will you go? I'm going where the cold wind blows. In the pines, where the sun don't ever shine. I would shiver the whole night through. Okay, same thing, repeated. Repetition is the key to nailing your guitar skills, especially in the early days. Please subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. You can get more help on this page on the website at andyguitar.co.uk and on the Andy Guitar app, which is available now on Google Play. It's totally free to download, coming soon to iOS. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe and leave a comment if you have enjoyed this video.